This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and William Hill. Delighted to be joined with Maisey Rose Courtney. It's another fight week for you, even bigger this time. How are we feeling? How are things?
I'm feeling good. I'm ready to go. Another fight week, another big show, and yeah, ready to rumble.
I mean, we'll firstly touch on that. You think you was out on the Taylor Cameron undercard. You're now on the AJ Helenius now undercard. What are these experiences like, having all this sort of this faith put into you that you're on the big undercards, the big nights? It must be sort of special for you.
I'm showing off a little bit, I think. Showing off being on these big cards, and yeah, I'm getting used to it. I like the, I was saying this earlier actually to someone, I was like, the presence of a Katie Taylor undercard as a female fighter is amazing. Do you know what I mean? And I'm very lucky to be on two of them, and now I'm on an AJ undercard, and that presence of being on an AJ undercard is just as good. Do you know what I mean? It's exciting, and yeah, I'm loving it.
100% exactly. Now it's only your fourth pro fight, and you think of the experience that you've gone through. Is it sort of like a pinch yourself moment where not many pros are getting the experience that you're getting in, but obviously you've earned it as well?
Yeah, it's definitely a pinch myself moment, especially for this one. For me, it's at the O2. That's my home. Do you know what I mean? I live in Greenwich. I live 7 minutes from the O2, and yeah, that's the most pinch myself moment for me, is that I'm able to box at home again, and yeah, loving it, living it.
And you did mention the Katie Taylor undercard there, and I'm sure as a boxer, that's someone that you always looked up to. So to be on her undercard in probably one of the biggest fights of her career, all these experiences, it must be like sort of like not like kind of bucket list stuff where you're ticking it off, and I'm sure you have so many more ambitions that you want to achieve.
Yeah, I want to be on the rematch. I've dropped in a few times, you know. Like, yeah, she wants to fight me on there. Find an Irish girl, I'll pick a match, try and see if they want to fight me, just so I can be on it and be in Dublin again, you know. But yeah, I love it. Absolutely, the whole experience is wicked.
And especially someone like AJ, who you think it's probably someone you grew up watching. Do you know what I mean? Like there's such a flag bearer for British boxing and such an inspiration to everyone. So to be on his undercard, and I'm sure you have dreams of headlining your own cards one day. But to be on his undercard, it's something you can sort of tell everyone that you go out, and I'm sure it's everyone, your family, friends will be saying the same thing.
Yeah, everyone wants to be on an AJ undercard. You know, AJ's done so much for the sport. He's changed the face of boxing. Boxing's a dying sport. It was a dying sport, and AJ's definitely made it more exciting again. Do you know, people are excited about heavyweight fighting, even though people slander, people hate, people always do that, but he's definitely made it more exciting again. And yeah, thanks to him, I wouldn't have been here. Do you know what I mean? If he did take that fight, I would have gone back to work, like I said in the presser.
Definitely. Well, we'll go on to your opponent on Saturday night, Gemma Reugg. Her toughness is unquestioned of how tough she is. She's been in there with some very good operators. So for another test for you, it must be a really, really good one to really showcase your skills as the levels go up.
Yeah, it's a good one. On paper, it looks good. So, Kate Radonska, she had a winning record, and her one loss was against Gemma Reugg. So it makes sense that I'd go fight Gemma, you know. And she's boxed really good people. She's boxed people that had world titles. She's boxed people that are going to go win world titles, and across all the weights. I'm making her come down to 115 to fight me, but that's it. That's what I want. I want these good fights. I want these fights where I'm going to be fighting tough women, and yeah, that's what I live for.
Absolutely. And you look at it now. Your pro debut was end of October last year, and you think of all the things that you're ticking off now, and all these things that you've done. When do you think is the right time now where you can start calling sort of shots and calling out names? Would you say? I'm sure you have some in mind, but when do you think the right time for you?
Oh, whenever. You know, female boxing, it moves quickly. So I want to be fighting for a title at the end of the year, hopefully. That's what we got our eyes on. If it happens, it happens. And then, yeah, I'll fight anyone and everyone.
And is that a good thing, though, in a way, where women's boxing moves so quickly? Even though you made your debut on a Katie Taylor undercard, so you think of that, and you think of that was at late October, you can get shifted so much quickly. So is it a good thing in a way where, or is it sometimes it can be negative where there's no real build-up? Like you see the male pros have big build-ups, but you know women it's sort of getting chucked straight into a big fight, 50-50 fight straight away.
It's a difficult one because we get hated for it, becoming world title holders in 6 fights. But Lomachenko done it. what's the difference? Do you know what I mean? We're just fighting the best in the best in the world on our second, third, fifth, fourth fight, whatever fight it is. Do you know what I mean? And a man does it, it gets considered a god pound for pound in boxing, but a woman does it, there's no depth in women's fighting. That's just the way it is. I can't change it. None of these other women can change it, and I'm pretty sure if you picked any man out of the bunch to go fight for a world title in their fifth fight, they wouldn't do it. But we got to do it. So until there's more depth and there's more people and there's more talent, then that's just the way it's going to have to be.
So do you look at that in a way where women's boxing has came so far, but on a depth level that there is still a bit of a way to go?
Yeah, of course. There's not enough women at the elite level. You know, there's women that are a little bit lower, and then there's women that are all the way up here. And to be able to mix it in and create that like European level and that British level, even Southern area level, there's no levels like that in women's fighting. And when it becomes more, I don't know, like more people are interested, more people turn over, all the young generation, like the girls that are here now, that will potentially turn over, that will when it starts filling up. And that's when the titles and the progression, like you see in the men's categories, will happen in the women's.
100%. Maisey Rose, thank you for your time, always appreciate it, and best of luck for Saturday night. Thank you. Cheers, thank you.